Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now here's Conley and the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert.
Mike Conley.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the one spot. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Pulls up on the wing. Pass to Covington. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Launches it. He can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Towns with it. George picks him up. And the dunk by Towns.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
And the dunk by Covington.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. It's Edwards on the wing. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Westbrook kicks to Covington. Again, Covington missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Westbrook up top, covered by Conley. 4-3, Covington. From past the arc. Again, Covington missing. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
GA, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Leonard. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
Conley with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Conley's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Timberwolves. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And here's Conley outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Love it whenever Conley launches one from way out there, big time.
It's Covington on the wing. Back to Westbrook. The pass to Covington. Leonard sets a screen for Covington. 6 to shoot.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your Clippers.
And both free throws good for Covington. So it's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Out to Edwards. Leonard with the steal. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
To the wing right side. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got his second basket of the night. Leonard sets a screen for George. Here's the three. Los Angeles with another miss.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Now Towns. Shoots over Leonard. And again, it's Minnesota.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now Plumlee. Paul George missing from long range. And yes, it's good.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Edwards finds McDaniel.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That was with force by Kawhi, dunking it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Conley dishes to McDaniels. Passes it to Edwards. Clock at 6. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Outside, George. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Plumlee, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Conley finds Towns. That's to Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Towns sets the pick for Conley. And another three for Minnesota.
This is what you get from a vet looking to recapture the momentum for his team with the answer three.
A three from Leonard. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Edwards. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Leonard kicks to Plumlee. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Covington against Towns. Out to Conley. Lets the three fly. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Time to get excited for
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Edwards.
Just a solid contributor. Mike Conley has continued to age, and he looks far from done.
Yeah, he's terrific, especially at setting the pace and orchestrating an offense. Also solid at realizing how to get his teammates involved. A selfless distributor who looks to make his guys better.
Here's Conley. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Pass to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on George. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And when Gobert cuts like that, it's over for the defense. For a big man, his mobility is unreal.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Gobert with a screen on Leonard. Conley the pass to Gobert, and the shot goes down. Gobert's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. And the Clippers call time here.
And look who's coming, fans. Come on, get
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Gordon against Prince, and stolen by Prince. Left side, Towns. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Gordon for 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Gordon's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Highland. A 3-pointer off the mark. Minnesota leading by 17. Towns down low, covered by Morris. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. He kicks to Gordon. Morris inside. Gobert on him. Morris, no good. Minnesota's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
second team foul. Timberwolves substitution.
Morris with a screen on Conley. It's Powell on the wing. Stolen by Michael Conley. And so it's Minnesota with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Live back to Dave Wilcox. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where
Russell Westbrook
previous plays
constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
question really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Taurean Prince in for McDaniels.
Intensity is what makes Russell Westbrook so special. He's relentless, and it's difficult for even great players to keep up with him.
Here's Reid. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hop.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Westbrook against Conley. Outside Edwards. Reid the pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Covington kicks to Plumlee. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time. You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
There's the pass to Reid. For the 3, Leonard with the steal. For 3, Covington. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
What I appreciate about Conley, the assist-to-turnover ratio for his career has been outstanding.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Edwards looking it over. Buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Leonard against Edwards. And it's Leonard missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Edwards passes to Reid. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Plumlee, no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards kicks to Conley from the arc. Westbrook pulls it in for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Edwards passes to Reid. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To stop the run. The shot by George, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
To me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime. Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
And he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Gobert with the block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy, and if you don't, this could be the result.
Kicks it to Prince. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead from the field. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the 1. Powell, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Powell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Passes it to Reed. From deep. Morris with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Ripped away. One-on-one fast break. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Prince.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Here's Reed. Cranes the three-pointer.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Prince the pass to Gobert. Powell with the steal. For 3, Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Prince. To the right side. Here's Reed. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Stolen by Reed. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Conley finds Reed. Tries to keep it alive. And they recover it. Gobert the pass to Reed, and he uses the glass on the layup. Reed's got 24.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Edwards can't hit. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Chalk up 2 there.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Timberwolves.
There's the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. He rifled that one in from distance. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Edwards kicks to Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Highland. Gordon for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From deep three-point range, the Timberwolves again can't hit. The Clippers shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Conley.
Woo, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
Edwards with the stuff.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Covington wide open. He fires. Again, Covington missing.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
And it's Westbrook missing. Minnesota with the ball. Pass to Reed. Fires for three. Plumlee with the rebound. The deep three from George. Los Angeles with another miss. Gobert with it. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in.
David, thank you as always.
See you next time.
And that about wraps it up.
I smack clowns with mad style.
bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. Now here's Covington. No good on the 3. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Zubac.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
And here's Morant. About a minute played here so far in the first. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Leonard for 3. Again, the miss by Leonard. For Memphis, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Down low. Pass to Adams. Morant against Leonard. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And here's Covington. Jacks up a 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Beautiful stroke off the catch and shoot from Robert Covington that time.
It's stolen by Leonard. For 3, George. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Brooks against Westbrook. Brooks, the pass to Morant. And a foul called on the way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was
the previous play is under review.
2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The free throw drops for Morant. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well. Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
And the Clippers with the ball. The Grizzlies making their last shot. For 3, Covington. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Memphis trailing here. Outside Bane.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Adams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Adams with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Pass to Leonard. Over Adams. They need this. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And Kawhi Leonard's going to take that shot all day long.
And it's Morant off the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 11 points.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Good D by Covington. George outside. Up top, Zubats. 43 seconds left in the opening quarter. Leonard gets the bucket.
Kawhi confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
Here's Morant. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Back to Morant. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Memphis, the rebound. Brooks outside. Inside, Adams. Got a hand on it. George for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Both teams have it going here early. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the...
Hit up to throw down.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Plumlee a screen. Westbrook, the pass to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
I tell you, Plumlee rolls so hard to the basket, no one really wants to get in his way.
Up top, Morant. 15 points in the game. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Clippers in the lead. George left side. And George with the jam.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's Morant. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Covington. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Morant. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And he knocks
knocks down the first one.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA, gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
Up top, George, defended by Jackson. Leonard passes to Westbrook. The shot, no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Outside Morant. Here he goes. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Here's Covington. Offensive rebound. Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
George with it. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Leonard. Up and over Brooks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
Think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jones is checked in with the drive. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
And here's Gordon from the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. That's a great pass.
Jackson outside. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And the Clippers call time here. Zubac, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Powell comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Gordon outside. The 3 is up. No good there. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Lets it go from 11. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. He takes it in. Count that one. And now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gordon against Bane. Pass to Highland. Back to Gordon. And the layup falls. Gordon's got 5 now.
Even though Eric Gordon went in amongst the bigger guys on the floor, he's able to remain calm and get 2.
Here's Bane. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Gordon.
Man, good whistle there.
And the first one at the line is good. And Bane drops them both. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster but they get away with one there.
Here's Gordon. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
34. The Grizzlies. 33.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Then it's Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Highland in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Morris can't hit. Memphis trailing here. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Jackson can't get it to go. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Morris on the wing. Back to Gordon. Brooks against Powell. Over Brooks. Here's Zubats. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Zubats has got his first points of the night. Outside Bain. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Zubats, screen. Gordon on the wing. Give him 8 points now. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Bain. This for the tie. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Covington's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Powell. George, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Highland. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Jackson. On the take. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Jackson's got 6 points. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008 Graham. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when his shot gets going, you can be in trouble.
Just 4 to shoot. George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timeout called. Memphis.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And the Clippers making a change here. Plumlee's checked in.
Come on now. That was your Clippers Spirit.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Bain. Out to the right wing. Adams finds Bain. Jackson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Plumlee pulls down the board. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's George. From down in the low post, it goes. 13 points in the game.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
Personal foul. First team foul.
55 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now Morant, 19 points in the game. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Shot by Leonard, no good. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson on the wing for the lead. Plumlee pulls down the board. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard with the ball. Westbrook right side. There's Plumlee with a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot. They have to feel great going into the fourth.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, leading by 5. And time for a short break. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Grizzlies, Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in its center, filling out the middle. Shots good by Morant.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Pass to Covington. Now here's Plumlee. Out to Leonard. Count it.
You like Kawhi, and he knows when to be forceful, just using his muscle on the inside to get to his shot.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And it's Morant missing. The Clippers in the lead. George finds Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter.
And that's usually a solid strategy. Get the ball into Leonard's capable, large hands and let him go to work.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Outside Morant. Morant with the slam.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
George with the bucket. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Clippers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Adams, the pass to Bain. Will it go? And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Brent, the relationship between players and refs can sometimes seem a little hostile. Does it need to be that way?
Well, you and me have our little tiffs, don't we, Brian? So, yes, in order for us to do our best work. kidding. It doesn't have to be that way. But look, when you're at this level of competition, it's heated, it's intense. Sometimes get outside your board a little bit, and that's when instances like this can happen between a player and a referee, and that goes for both sides.
5 to shoot. Westbrook to pass to George. And the jam by George.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe it was. I love to see him get up.
Leonard way outside. From beyond the arc, and then some. Leonard's got 7 points here in the quarter. And here's Morant outside. Drills it from deep.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
For 3, Westbrook. Plumlee puts up a 3. And it's Westbrook that time on the assist by Plumlee.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Clippers.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Zubac, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Good.
And a lot of times Adams only looks to shoot from that area on the floor. Really knows the limitations in his range.
George, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul.
27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. George finds Leonard. Up and over Brooks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
So smooth. The little pump fake, get the defender in the air. As if Leonard wasn't hard enough to cover, he's adding that to his game.
20 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And they recover it. Outside Morant. 6 to shoot. Into the lane. And then Morant with the jam.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Now, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. From deep 3-point range. And the miss. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
I smack clowns with mad style.
Game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack, and this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Stolen by McDaniels. Conley finds Gobert. Adams with it. Now defended by Gobert. Now Morant. There's the drive. And finished off by Morant.
Now, how about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks outside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Conley kicks to McDaniels for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Brooks. The pass to Morant. Back to Bain. 3-pointer. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Now here's Towns. Gobert finds Towns. A 3-ball. Brooks grabs the board. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. It's a 3-point game.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Edwards looking it over. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Oh, he misses the dunk.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gobert double team. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Now here's Towns. Gobert in the corner. All alone. It's hauled in by Adams.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And let us know you want one. Give a round of applause to your Timberwolves dancer.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Morant looking around. Going inside. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 6-second difference between the shot and game plan. Gobert with a screen on Morant. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. Driving to the basket. And then Morant slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
There's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So on the floor for Memphis. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. Morant drives in. And then Morant slams it in.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Conley against Morant. Conley the pass to McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Morant with it, working on McDaniels. Brooks the best to Morant. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Or just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so, mercy, mercy me.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Rivers with it. He's picked up by Morant. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Here's Morant. And he lays it straight in. Morant's got 14 points.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies, leading by 5. Adams in the corner. It's Brooks on the wing. Adams down low. Defended by Gobert. And Adams kicks to Bain. Here's Morant. Driving in. And then Morant slams it in.
Focus there from Morant. He just takes them all on and stays locked in on the basket.
Here's Edwards. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority. Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Deflects the pass. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Brooks. And that one is hammered home.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Here's Towns. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rivers against Brooks. Passes to Morant. 1:05 left in the second quarter. A leaner. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Edwards. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Connects from three-point range. Edwards got 10.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Now here's Brooks. McDaniels defending.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
The numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Prince in for McDaniels.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Minnesota making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And there it is for him.
Just too good a player to leave open.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards can't hit. Timeout called. The Grizzlies.
All right, Timberwolves fans, here comes the First Avenue Breakers. How about your First Avenue Breakers? Give it up for them.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant with it. He's got 16. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Boy, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
And so it's Memphis.
With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 27, the Grizzlies 33.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already got...
Finishing with force. Whoa.
Shook that building all the way up.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position.
That was something to see.
Good.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Morant. Oh, that was terrific.
My goodness. Gotta have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Count that one. Morant's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off to Gobert inside.
And Edwards with the stop.
and didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Gobert's got 10.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Here's Morant. 24 points for him. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Up top, Morant. 26 points for him. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Prince's shot is good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Here's Payne. Uses both hands to slam it down.
The assist.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns comes in for Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in for Taurean Prince. Here's Williams into the lane. And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, he had him spinning. It looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
To the middle. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Timberwolves foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
He throw good, Bain. Minnesota making a switch. Rivers checked in. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Brooks, the pass to Williams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels kicks to Towns. Pass to Gobert. It's Rivers on the wing. Back to Gobert. Towns up top, guarded by Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels. Gobert. And another shot. And the layup is good. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Williams against Rivers. Out to Brooks, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Timberwolves trail by 7. Edwards dishes to Rivers. Back to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. McDaniels passes to Edwards. It's tipped. McDaniels up top. Brooks covering. Here's Rivers. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Stolen by McDaniels. The tray. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the center filling out the middle. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Morant with the bucket.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Fourth personal foul, second team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
And Edwards drops them both. Memphis leading. And here's Morant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jaden McDaniel.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
And he makes both free throws. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Stolen. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And it's Brooks in the corner. Back to Bain. This is to Brooks.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot.
That's good from Morant.
Shooting for Memphis, Ja Morant.
Both free throws good from Morant. Timberwolves trail by 6. Towns the screen. Edwards kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Gobert. Here's Edwards. It's Rivers on the wing. The kick out to Towns. Takes the 3. He can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Bain drives in. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
And there's the drive.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for Memphis, Ja Morant. At the line.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Edwards drives to the hoop.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Gobert. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
It's Gobert showing some guts on on that one. With that win, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're in front by 4. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Morant. Kick out to Adams. Here's Bain. Gobert with the block. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Rivers has got the ball. Shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can...
Previous plays.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is...
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Rivers hits both of them.
Those free throws were must-haves, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game now.
Now Morant. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pocket 6. Driving in. Now here's Towns. Towns is double. Down low. Out to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Trifecta.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Morant with it. To end the cold streak. Can't cash in. And that's an intentional foul.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? You misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Oh, big spot. Towns with a chance here at the line. He's someone this team relies on.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come on up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
I smack clowns with mad style.
BA. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Mason Plumlee out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. The shot comes out, so Minnesota will take it the other way. Outside Edwards. Knocks down the triple.
Well, the work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Towns. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
George with it. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
For 3, George pulls up on the wing, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score it at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
Conley passes to Edwards. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Edwards got 5 points. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Now here's Towns, and it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Westbrook against Conley. For 3, Covington. He can't hit that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And here's Edwards outside. Conley passes to Edwards. Edwards can't get that one to fall. The Clippers trail. George outside. Plumlee, a screen on Edwards. George passes to Plumlee. Leonard with the ball, and it's Gobert picking him up.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, BA, he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement. Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, BA, think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half. A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence.
Oh, wow!
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Leonard with a screen on Conley. Leonard outside. 4-3. They get the rebound. Out to Covington. Fires from deep. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from deep. It's stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Here's Westbrook. Here's Plumlee. And he banks in the layup.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside Conley. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Pass to Plumlee. Outside Covington. Let's go with a 3. The Clippers rebound. A clear look for Westbrook. Misses off the right iron. Right side Edwards. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be. Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
And stolen by Covington. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Make some noise for the first ever breaker. LA timeout call. Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Give it up for your Timberwolves dancers.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for the Clippers. 8 points in the...
Your Timberwolves defense team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year. It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And that one's good from Conley.
Well, we normally see Mike Conley toe the line. That time he takes a step or two past it. Okay, Mike.
Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive a defensive force as we have seen.
The Clippers in the lead. The 3 is up. Leonard can't get it to go.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's McDaniels. Boom! He jams it straight down.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Covington, a screen on Edwards. Some room here for George, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. George has got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Both teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
George passes to Westbrook. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Covington. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
So they take the lead. Edwards has got 12.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
Pass to Zubats.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
George against Edwards. Now here's George. He's closely guarded. It's blocked by Gobert. McDaniels from long range. That shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George for 3. Here's Leonard. And he can't get that one. And some solid defense from Towns. McDaniels finds Edwards. Takes the 3. To the inside. Towns goes back up. And so he draws, and here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge,
The previous play is under
many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
There's 1:12 left to play in the first half. The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Zubats. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Conley passes to Gobert. Towns down low, working on Covington. The shot by Towns, no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Covington, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament. Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Who wants a t-shirt out there? Let me hear you.
is checked in for Towns. Prince comes in for Anthony Edwards. And Rivers is subbed in for Mike Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Gordon. Prince with the bucket.
Now, it's not just Taurean Prince's defense that makes him an impactful player. This guy understands how to play in pick and roll. What a nice job.
Gordon left side. Morris sets a screen. The 3 ball. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
On the floor for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. He's out there with Mason Plumlee. Eric Gordon is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the point. And we're going to have a jump ball. Pass to Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Powell covers. McDaniels passes to Gobert. That one is off. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. Well, the Clippers shooting just 38% to this game so far.
What you love about Mason Plumlee is there's a level of professionalism in terms of his effort and energy. He brings it every single night.
Now here's Reed. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And you know, Doris, in addition to the effort Plumlee puts out there, he's a dependable scorer in tight.
BA, he's going to get the vast majority of his scoring opportunities in the painted area. He can finish with either hand, and what is so underrated about his game, his ability to find people, to pass the basketball in tight spaces. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
For 3, Gordon. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Prince. They get it back. Tries again. Back to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's Highland. Morris, left side. To the left side wing. Here's Plumlee. That one falls. Plumlee's got 6.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Reed sets a screen. The drive by Rivers. Reed in the post. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Gordon. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves dancer.
Anthony Towns has checked in for Minnesota. Noel comes in for McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Gordon outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Conley's checked in for Rivers.
Well, you've got to be able to contest. This is a career 37% three-point shooter. You better get out there on Mike Conley.
For 3, Gordon. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
He shoots. Again, the Clippers score.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
46 seconds left in the third. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Pure from three-point range. Towns has got 12 points.
I mean, there's no aspect of the offensive end of the floor that's problematic for Towns. He's a 3-level scorer. His team understands he's in rhythm. It's looking easy for him right now.
Morris sets a screen, and here's Gordon from the arc. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Noel drives in. Here's Prince. Off target with the 3. Driving to the basket. Morris outside. 1 second left. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Clippers ahead. Up by. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Jalen Noel out there with Mike Conley. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Prince. And it's Edwards in for Noel. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac, he's checked in for Plumlee. Gobert finds Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Zubac with a screen on Edwards. For 3, George. Second chance effort. Here's Zubac. Out to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another shot. Yes, on the jumper. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Robert Covington being opportunistic in the mid-range. Go to work, young Co.
Conley with the ball, guarded by Covington. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. On Robert Covington. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Yeah, all game long, they had great energy, leading to ample second chance opportunities, and they converted.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Leonard with a screen on Towns. And Covington, here we go. And the jam by Covington.
Well, make no mistake, Robert Covington is a big-time athlete. Puts it on the deck and finishes.
Westbrook against Conley. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Back to Daniels. Takes a 3. Deflected by George.
Boy, Paul George making his presence felt on the defensive end. The length comes into play right there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
That's a tougher look than it seems, folks. Paul George's mid-range game is sweet.
Over to the left wing. Towns passes to Gobert. Westbrook outside. Pass to Leonard. Zubac, screen. George with it. And here's Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. Edwards pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Westbrook against Conley.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Westbrook gets the bucket.
The slashing ability of Russell Westbrook is undeniable. Good luck keeping between him and the basket.
Towns a screen on Westbrook. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. George with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. McDaniels against Westbrook. This one for 3. Covington inside. He's guarded by Conley. And here's Zubac outside. Minnesota with a rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Towns. 1:15 left in the 4th quarter here. The shot misses for Los Angeles. They've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Now here's George. Going inside, and George with the jam.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Here's Conley, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. George against Edwards. It's George on the wing. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
And so both free throws good. And it's an 8-point ball game.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Six to shoot. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. So the Clippers win it. Except, all right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I smack clowns with mad style.
both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Adams off on the layup.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Outside Covington. Outside Westbrook. Drills it from outside. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
And right around 30% from distance for his career. Westbrook is so much more difficult to defend.
Oh my goodness, the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Outside, Bain. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Bain against George. And George with the stuff.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical.
Here's Morant. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thanks so much, David. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Morant passes to Brooks. Morant looking around. Back to Adams. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 6. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Stolen by Brooks. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Bain. Here he goes. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
1:32 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Brooks kicks to Bain. 59 seconds left to play here in the first. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Amazing that Bain fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And then Morant slams it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's George. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Does what he has to do to avoid the block, but hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
Hits it from three-point range.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And with Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
Leonard against Brooks. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Westbrook. Leonard's got 5 now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers? Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. And here's Leonard from 3. Westbrook against Bain. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
George passes to Zubac. Leonard inside. Brooks covering. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Leonard against Morant. And then Morant rams it in.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
George finds Westbrook. Back to George. Shot clock at 5, and Leonard has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up. And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Morant. Outside Leonard. Pass to Covington. Zubac against Adams. Stolen by Brooks. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down.
Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
Clippers leading by 11. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Outside runner. And it's Morant missing. LA's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Westbrook passes to George. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Williams, he's checked in for Memphis. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for George. Outside Gordon. This one for three. And that one is off.
And he hasn't got anything to go. You can see the frustration mounting as a result. His team, not in great shape either.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Outside Williams. Jackson down low. Morris is there. Now here's Powell. Guarded by Jackson.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Bain. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Clippers leading by 11. Inside, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
He sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Paul George, he's been the guy. Thank you, David. We'll be back after. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Williams at the point guard. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And Plumlee kicks to Morris. Bain against Powell. Out to Morris. Over Jackson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Grizzlies trail by 9. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry. And it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Here's Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Going to high school in the LA area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out. And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Bain passes to Williams.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Memphis, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Good on the second free throw. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Gordon kicks to Morris. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Jackson's got the ball and is going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And Williams drops them both. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the paint, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. Six to shoot. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
LA ball.
Clippers leading by 5. George looking over the floor. Outside, Covington takes a 3. Outside, George.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The 3 from Morant. Brooks finds Bain. Morant outside. Out to Brooks. Lets it go from deep. Tries yet again. And the rejection by Zubats. George against Jackson. It's Covington on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Does so much for his team's spacing. Opponents have to respect Covington's deep ball.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Bain against George. Kicks it out to Leonard. That one goes. Counted. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Covington wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And another three for the Clippers.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And so it's lost. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. The Grizzlies shooting 43% from the field. Morant passes to Jackson. Out to Morant. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And then Morant slams it in.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. Oh, wow! Oh, that was unbelievable!
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Oh, man! Outside, George. The kick out to Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. One's on Morant.
The former MVP, the hunger and energy Westbrook plays with each and every night is downright infectious.
The big question surrounding Russell Westbrook's career numbers, is his triple-double record unbreakable? Richard, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it may be. I didn't think anybody would get close to Oscar Robertson, Mark, and I played with Jason Kidd. Russ has completely crushed that, and he's still going.
And we don't see Covington shoot from the corner a lot, but he looks confident bombing it from there.
Morant passes to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Covington, a screen on Bain. Fires the three. Westbrook against Morant. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Westbrook way outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Morant. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly. Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And the free ball is good.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Brooks against Leonard. Back to Covington. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Westbrook. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Robert Covington.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Westbrook kicks to Covington. Over Jackson. Outside, George. The 3. Traps in the tray.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Jackson has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Leonard. From deep. That's good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look real.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Smack clowns with mad style.
going to love this one. Up and down. Neither squad likes to use too much of the shot clock. They'll be looking to get out in transition every time they get a chance.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the 1. Now here's Jackson. Outside Morant. To the paint. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Mike Conley.
What makes Dillon Brooks especially valuable to a team, he's a competitor who you can count on to produce in the clutch. Dillon Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player.
Out to the wing. Towns down low. Guarded by Bain. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. As for Dillon Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, B.A., he's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Conley finds Edwards. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And it's Morant missing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Morant, the pass to Bain. He's off on that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. They get it again. Gobert passes to Towns. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Here's McDaniels. Oh, Adams with the block.
Look at Adams using all of his impressive reach, firmly swatting that shot away.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
They grab their own miss. Tries again. Here's Adams. Outside Bain. There's Jackson with the 3. Fires in the triple.
Want to impress scouts? Stand 6'11" and hit the 3 with consistency. Jackson has such a bright future.
McDaniels.
Memphis foul. Stephen Allen. First personal foul. First team foul.
That one's off.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels. At the line for 2.
And the second free throw is good. Here's Morant. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Bain. McDaniels against Morant.
And then Morant with the jam.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Here's Edwards. Towns, a screen on Bain. Edwards, a pass to Towns. And it's off from 3-point range.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Morant. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Adams. Stolen by Conley. It's a one-on-one situation. Gobert with it. For 3. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball. coming off his third All-Star performance. It's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Right wing. Jackson outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves trail. Outside McDaniels. Inside. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Conley. From behind the arc. Here's McDaniels. Over Brooks. Shot clock at 5. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And yeah, this is what you'd like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
8 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Here's Towns. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight.
Please give a big round of applause.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. Gets the three to fall.
I love the competitive fire Ja Morant plays with, coming right back with his own three.
And Edwards slams it in.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Edwards finds Gobert. Back to Edwards. Outside Conley. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Memphis. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
Prince is checked in for Towns. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Not one to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
Knocked away. Oh, stolen by Morant. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Payne, no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
For three, Conley. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds in the game. Memphis leading. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Morant, no good.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Here's Prince, just 2 to shoot. Gets the 3 ball to go. Prince has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch and shoot game is still his specialty.
Down low. Timeout called. Memphis.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Williams has checked in for Ja Morant. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Rivers comes in for Mike Conley. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Adams finds Brooks. Adams with a screen on McDaniels. And it's Brooks missing. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Now here's Jackson. And he goes in for the dunk.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
To the middle. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Here's Williams into the lane. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Prince with the bucket.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Williams passes to Bain. Can't cash it in from close range.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Prince. Off the mark there with a 3. Memphis trailing here. Outside, Williams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
The first free throw is good, and the Timberwolves making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Here's Williams. Outside for Brooks. On the wing, Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Rolling toward the cup, Steven Adams is a wild man. You better get out of his way.
Back to Prince. 3-pointer. Williams grabs the board. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Bain finds Morant. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
And so he hits both. He gets it off. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we're through.
27. Let's get it for the Timberwolves.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Morant. On the the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Up and over Conley. Here's Brooks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Just a real solid all-around player. Brooks that time drawing the foul.
And Brooks drops them both. And Minnesota has possession. Trailing by 2. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Brooks with it. He's picked up by Conley. Brooks against Conley. Pass to Morant.
And then Morant with the jam.
What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Now Morant. Outside Bain. Fires the 3. And the three-pointer goes. And now a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Gobert with a screen on Morant. Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Three-pointer. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And for the teams that were looking to draft Jaren Jackson Jr., what they saw was a true modern-day center who could defend 1 through 5.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Towns to stop the run. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Timeout call, Memphis. And so it's Memphis with it. 7-point game, biggest lead so far.
And then Morant with the jam.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
And here's Edwards outside. Towns has got room. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Towns has got 5 points. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. From deep, Morant. Stolen by Conley. McDaniels with it. Checked by Brooks. Pass to Towns. From downtown. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
The officials were right on top of that one.
13 foul.
The free throw drops for Morant. It's both from the stripe. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Conley passes to Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Ja Morant picks one up. Free throw good, Edwards. Williams is checked in for Memphis. Both good from the line that time. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Up top, Brooks. He's guarded by Conley. Adams, a pass to Williams. Driving inside. Another shot. Brooks outside. Adams with a screen on McDaniels. And it's Brooks missing. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. McDaniels finds Towns. Hits the three-pointer. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Now here's Williams. Up top, Brooks. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now. And Edwards, here we go. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Free throw good, Edwards. Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. That one drops. He ties it up. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits it.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. It's Williams, high post. Prince is there. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Going dunk for dunk. It's an aerial display.
Hey, and we may get another one this next trip up the floor. Up top, Edwards. Towns for 3. Doesn't go that time. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Grizzlies out in front, up 2. And we're coming right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hand. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Williams in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Jackson gets double teamed to the inside and stolen by Gobert. Here's Prince, defended by Jackson, to the paint. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And you gotta respect their energy level. A lot of steals, staying active and making things happen.
And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Williams passes to Adams. Outside Bane. Back to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. The shot no good. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Morant, he's checked in for Williams. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Morant against McDaniels. Timeout call, Memphis. And this short amount of time should be beneficial to these players to catch their breath a little bit, while at the same time replenishing their energy by drinking some Gatorade as we head into the final stretch of this game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Adams with a screen on Edwards. Morant, no good. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
Conley passes to Towns. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Morant with the slam!
The quickness of John Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Outside Morant. It's blocked by Gobert.
What timing from Rudy. He is superb at measuring when to go after blocks.
Towns, a screen on Williams. Pass to Towns. To the wing, right side. Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. With some arc. Here's Gobert. Oh, and they take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Morant, no good. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Edwards with it. Jackson in his pocket. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Adams with a screen on Conley. Here's Morant on the take. Minnesota with a rebound.
Wow. Now that's having a highlight reel in your mind. But in reality, it didn't work.
Edwards with it. Down low. Second shot opportunity. Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Desmond Bain.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those 2 to fall.
From deep, Morant. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Morant against Conley. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Just Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant.
Smack clowns with mad style.